Well, I'm Greg Lucas, California State Librarian, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to another episode of History in the Baking. This episode, we're going to dig into the wild and wacky world of cottage cheese. Cottage cheese, as you may know, is of course created through the separation of the curds and the whey, the curds being the solids of milk, the whey being the liquids. And once the two are separated, the curds get a little cream added to it, and voila, you've got cottage cheese, which, unlike Parmesan and cheddar, is not an aged cheese, it's a fresh cheese like mozzarella. Today, of course, because we are the state library and the repository of almost all the information you could possibly ever want to have, we're digging into the California Magic with Cottage Cheese cookbook from 1953. So where are we going to begin in exploring the magic of cottage cheese? Chef Jenna.
Our first is cottage cheese tuna casserole.
Well, first of all, you'll want to get a close-up there because it's all about presentation, and there's nothing that says, boy, am I going to be yummy, than this plate. What's the name of it again? Cottage cheese and?
Tuna.
Cottage cheese and tuna.
Casserole.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of that jellyfish thing that we had the last time. I will say that the garnish adds a nice crunchy touch to it. Well, the hits just keep on coming here at History in the Baking, and we're now going to explore another in our long list of magic that can be created with cottage cheese. And you know, with this cookbook, you can do this yourself in the privacy of your own home, Monday through Sunday, every day of the week. All right, what's next? Chef Jenna.
Cottage cheese.
Oh, be still my heart. It's got strawberries, it's got raspberries, and I assume the cottage cheese is this white stuff in the middle. Okay? Would this be a dessert or an entree?
Entree.
This would be an entree. Okay, ooh. Okay. It's hard to tell from the consistency that this is in fact cottage cheese. But once you put it in your mouth, you pretty much know it is in fact cottage cheese. Now, when I was a kid, my father would diet, and one of the things he would do when he dieted was he ate a lot of cottage cheese. And he would season that with, unlike President Nixon, who would put ketchup on his cottage cheese, my father would put Worcester sauce and black pepper. And so, I mean, that is the experience, the magic of cottage cheese experience that I bring to these tastings. So that's kind of the yardstick I measure these dishes against. And this is a little, this would benefit from black pepper, I think. But certainly not Worcester sauce. The fruit is fantastic. I suppose I'm supposed to get the lettuce too?
That was just garnish.
Garnish, okay.
I mean, you can if you want.
All right, I just can't get enough of this. You better take this away before I fill up. Or spit cottage cheese out on the table. Well, oh, sorry, you caught me here. I was reading the introduction to California Magic with Cottage Cheese, and I'll just share a few moments with you. If you are a modern homemaker, you do make magic with cottage cheese, turning that creamy goodness into delicious salads, desserts, main dishes, and appetizer snacks. And you are always looking for new ideas to add to your homemaker bag of tricks. Why not then be the first in your neighborhood to spring some of these brand new California surprises? That cottage cheese whip described on page 2, for example, or the cottage cheese shakes on page 20. But however and whenever you serve cottage cheese, plain or in combination with other foods, remember, cottage cheese is high in protein, low in calories, reasonable in cost, always ready to use and always good eating. Sincerely yours, the California Dairy Industry Advisory Board, which I'm hoping after that promotion cuts the state library in for a little piece of their action. All right, what is next, Chef Jenna?
We have dessert for you.
Oh, dessert.
Cottage cheese raisin pie.
Ooh. Okay, everything looks good about it except raisins, but that's just a personal, like I'm just not a raisin guy. I don't know why. It's hard to pick the raisins up. Like I said, this would be an absolutely fantastic dessert, smothered with whipped cream, and maybe with a side of vanilla ice cream. And see, the raisins are trying to kill me. And absolutely no raisins. Other than that, this is some more magic with cottage cheese.